Ask Lori, a show designed to give a better perspective on relationships no matter what the circumstance may be. You can start, have, and keep unstoppable relationships. Lori Ann Davis can tell you how. Have questions? Need answers? Ask Lori.
Thank you for tuning in to the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. This is Ask Lori, and I'm your host, Lori Ann Davis. Don't let love and passion get lost in your life. As your relationship specialist, I'm here to share secrets with you every week, helping you to create unstoppable relationships. I'd like to welcome you to this week's show. I'm so happy that you've joined us today. I'm here to help you find, keep, and renew that love and passion in your life. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this show is for you. I bring to you the benefits of over 28 years of experience helping people to create the relationships of their dreams, and I want to help you with yours. Do you have questions? I know you must, and I want to hear them. It helps me to write shows that cover the areas you want to hear about. So email those questions anonymously to me at WGIVAskLori, that's Lori, @gmail.com. Then be sure to listen in every week where we have a new topic for you. Today, we are discussing how to get him or her to what? You fill in the blank. What would you like them to do different? So it's going to be a great show. We want to thank our sponsor today, Dr. Jeff Zeitel at Zeitel Family Chiropractic, where you go to discover the true wellness lifestyle. Dr. Zeitel has helped many in the Charlotte area experience natural healing without surgery or drugs. He is the only chiropractor that I trust me and my family to. He is located in the Ballantyne area and can be reached at 704-544-8881. That's 704-544-8881. Give him a call. Today, we are going to be talking about how to get him or her to you fill in the blank. I know that this is a question that I get so often. I'm going to give you a quote from the book that I just wrote that says, "The more you appreciate and love your partner, the more they will appreciate and love you." So you're going to find out how that plays into our topic today. I get questions a lot from people who are writing in, who are talking to me that say, how do I get my husband or wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend to, and it's always something different, but it's the same kind of idea. Show me more attention, make a commitment, appreciate me more, have sex more, be more involved in our relationship, and the list goes on and on. This question is asked by singles, individuals already in a relationship, couples who have been married for 20 plus years. It doesn't seem to matter. It's a general question. Perhaps it's that one partner isn't happy with one or more aspects of the relationship and wants to know how they can get what they want and deserve from their partner. They're looking for something that is missing. So don't go anywhere because we have somebody special joining us in the studio that we're going to talk about this with. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get great information. So stay tuned. You're listening to Ask Lori, and I am your host, Lori Ann Davis, and you're tuned in to WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. We'll be right back. Zippy Shell Mobile Self-Storage is the most convenient and affordable short and long-term storage solution in the Charlotte and surrounding areas. Call 704-323-4056. We are convenient. We deliver the storage containers to your door. You load it at your convenience. We pick it up and store it for you and return it when you are ready. Our facility is alarmed and climate controlled. Save time, save money, save everything with Zippy Shell. Call us at 704-323-4056. That's 704-323-4056. We are part of Premier Barter Exchange and are a family-owned and operated company. If you or a loved one are unable to venture easily from your home due to injury, illness, or disability, Compassion Salon Services can provide you with a rejuvenating hair salon service in the privacy and comfort of your own home. please call 704-774-2204 for more information, or visit us on the web at compassionsalon.com. Compassion Salon Services for immobilized persons. We believe the enrichment of life lies through compassion for the soul. So call us at 704-774-2204. That's 704-774-2204 for your in-home salon services. Welcome back to WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte, and those streaming live through the free TuneIn radio app. You're listening to Ask Lori, and I'm your host, Lori Ann Davis. If you're just tuning in, we are going to be discussing how to get him or her to you fill in the blank. But first, if you live in the Charlotte area and are single, you are going to want to join my Successful Singles Meetup group, where you can learn how to find and keep that ideal partner. For more information, go to my website, lorianndavis.com. That's LORIANN Davis.com, and look for Successful Singles. So today we are going to be discussing, how do I get my partner to do whatever it is. The question being asked is how to get that other person to give you more what you want. And you might be surprised by some of the things I have to say and some of my answers. But we have a very special person who's going to be talking about that with us today. It is Miss Divine from the Profit and Growth Hour.
Yep.
It will be a lively discussion if she is in here with us, no doubt.
Oh, yes. What's going on, everybody out there in radio world?
Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. So we are talking about how to get somebody else, this partner, to do something that you want, give you more attention, show you more love, spend more time with you,
Jesus.
have sex more often. You know, the list goes on and on. Take the trash out more.
Well,
I mean, it's a question that I get all the time. And the answer, the beginning of the answer is might going to be a surprise.
Really?
And yes. Because sometimes when I hear this from people, I also hear them say, why do I have to be the one that has to make the change? I'll even have people say, I hesitated to contact you and start counseling or start coaching with you because I don't want to be the one that has to change, right? And I don't want this to stop people from getting help, because you have control, but you might have control in a different way that you think. You only have control over you.
Right.
But when you change you can influence your partner. So the beginning is, what can you do different in the relationship to encourage your partner to give you more what you want?
Lori, I got that one. What can I do to change about myself is the question.
And about what you do with your partner. That really is the beginning of the answer to how do I get them to do something.
What I want to do by changing something about me.
Yes, that really is the beginning of it. That's the start. The answer isn't, I'm going to tell you how to change them. I'm going to tell you what you can do different to elicit, maybe, to influence their behavior.
You said a key word. You said a key influence.
Yes.
We as ladies have a lot of influence, and it's all about communication, whether that's body language, eye contact, a simple touch on the arm.
Yes.
We can, by changing some form of communicate or how we communicate slightly, will get us exactly what we want.
Definitely. And for the gentlemen, they have influence over us as well.
They do.
What happens is we don't understand how to use that influence. So, we don't. So the first thing, we're going to get back to specific ways to use the influence. But first I want to talk a little bit about the reason you're in the relationship in the first place. I think that's the first step.
That's the foundation,
is to getting back to, why are we there?
Yeah,
We're there not necessarily for the other person to meet all of our needs or to do everything the way we want them to do it. we fell in love with them, or
Yep.
we're dating them if we're dating because we like them for who they are.
Supposedly.
Hopefully, right? So I want you to get back to the reason you're in a relationship with someone, and that is to enrich each other's lives.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
that's a priority.
Right.
And we need to remember that. So maybe the first question is, if we're wanting more commitment out of them, more attention, more love, more appreciation, whatever it is, what can we do to show them more of that? Sometimes giving what
Yeah.
you want to get is a good first step.
Well, you know what, Lori? I actually tried that.
Did you?
And the
Tell.
response I got, because I would do for my significant other the things that I want done for me or to me, and their response was, when that wasn't working, their response was, well, that's not me. That's not who I am. I will try, but that doesn't come naturally to me. For you, you're very nurturing. You're very giving. You're very accommodating. You cater. That is not his thing.
Right.
He doesn't know. He knows how to, but it's just not in him to do it. And I was like, I'm sort of hurt, because I thought that that's the way you're supposed to do it, is if I show you that I want to come home and get a foot massage or a massage period,
Right.
let me just do that for you all the time so that I can get that back. And I started thinking about after 6 months to a year, and the next year I'm thinking, I don't get that unless I ask for it. But now, very rarely, maybe on my birthday and Christmas, I might get a massage.
Right.
But it was like, okay, well, maybe. And I had a conversation, because again, communication.
Yes.
And again, the response was, well, I'm not used to doing that. That's not me. The area of showing that I love and appreciate you.
How did that?
That was emotional support. You know, when I'm having a bad day or down, he would, be there for me. And anytime we go out, like from a financial standpoint, I really didn't have to pay for the meal, even though I offered from time to time, because I'm that type of person. I'm giving. That's just a part of my giving. So that opening up doors, you know, the way that in his mind, the things that a woman in general needs, but we're all different as women, and we like different things.
Yes.
And so, you know, again, I recognize and understand that wasn't him, but during the time we were together, I was trying to train him, I guess I would say the wrong way, because I was doing things for him that I wanted done, but that wasn't how he was receiving it.
And you know what? The other thing is, and this is a big issue, we will give love in the way we want to receive it, and the way we receive. The problem is our partner doesn't always feel that as love.
Really?
Yes. And especially when we're talking about the differences between men and women. Frequently, when women are showing love in the way they want to receive it, a man doesn't see that as love.
What does he see it as?
He may also see it as, we're trying to tell him what to do. So that means he's not doing it right. Or we don't think he's capable. We're trying to be controlling. We're trying to change him.
Yes. Oh, so, that one that you just said, trying to change him.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, because that is an excuse I think that men use. Sorry, men, but you're trying to change me. Well, no, dear. If you've communicated that, listen, I'm doing this, I'm not trying to train you, but I'm trying to help you understand what I like. And if you care about me and if you love me, you should, in my mind, you should want to do the things that make me happy, whether it's a sacrifice or not. But don't see it or look at it as I'm trying to train you or control you.
Right. But men think very different.
They do.
And so when we tell them the things that they are doing wrong and that they don't know how to show us love, and we give them the list of how to do that, they see that as, I'm not good enough. I can't please you.
Right.
I'm doing the things that I think are showing you love, and it's not working. So guess what? I'm going to quit trying. So it doesn't mean that we can't give them some ideas. And I actually have started an outline on a second book, and that's what we're going to be doing, is giving men lots of ideas.
Okay.
Of different things that they can do.
Now, that's good to give them ideas, but how do we get them to and
we get
act
them
on
to
those.
want to do it, assuming now we have to make an assumption.
Oh,
we have to
Lord.
make an assumption that the two of you are a good match to start with.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see
So
that.
it could be that if you have certain things that are really necessary for you to feel loved,
Yeah.
and the person that you've chosen doesn't feel comfortable doing those things, and that's not his personality, that's not how he sees a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not a good match. And so instead of forcing it and trying to get him to change, you
on.
may have to come to the conclusion that you're not a good match.
Right,
Because there's
right.
somebody else that's going to show love in that way that comes more natural.
Yes.
And you're not going to be paddling upstream constantly, so to speak.
Right.
If you're having to force it and it just isn't feeling natural,
Right.
it probably is that you're not a good match.
Exactly.
So, but another thing that you can do is that if you understand what your partner needs and wants, you're not giving them what you need and want. You're giving them what they want. So they feel fabulous. They are more than likely, assuming that they are committed to the relationship and that they love you. They're going to start doing more things to try to please you because they're going to want you to be happy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do. I do get that. But what if they're doing that, but they're doing it with an attitude?
Then again, they either are not feeling completely filled themselves. And so maybe we need to kind of take a look at what we're doing, because maybe we think we're doing everything right, but we may need to have a conversation with them and said, do you feel loved and supported by me? You know,
And if they say yes, because again, this is a similar
Yeah.
conversation that I've had where I told a person what I wanted, or they see that I'm hurt and I'm upset, I'm crying, and because they were the cause of my pain,
right.
they felt obligated to come to me and hug me. But I've watched them while I was crying walk towards me, and they were just rolling their eyes like, oh, here she go crying again. So my response was immediately, don't touch me.
Right.
Because I don't receive that. You're not coming to be here for me for emotional support because you want to. You're doing it because you feel obligated. And if you don't, you feel like I might fuss at you later about it.
Right. Yes.
So in that situation, in that particular situation made me feel like, you know what, this person really doesn't love me because they don't hurt because I'm hurt. They're just sort of trying to, in their mind, thinking that they're trying to be there for
Right.
me, and they're only doing it out of obligation. They're not doing it because they care and they love me.
Well, there could be a couple of things in that situation. It
Okay.
could be that they are feeling defensive. And so they just kind of, they're trying to think about how to defend themselves. And so it could be that the conversation went in a way that their defenses came up. So then they
Okay.
really can't hear you. Nobody can. If you're being defensive and all you're thinking about is how to respond to defend yourself or take up for yourself, you're not really
That
listening
makes
to the other
sense.
person. But a lot of us do that. So we have to look at how we communicate. The other thing can be that, again, we're talking about the differences between men and women.
Right.
Women want to talk through the problem to come to a solution. And they feel better as they talk about it. Men are totally different creatures.
They want to go to their man
They want to
cave.
go to their man cave. And if they feel like you're unhappy and they're the cause of it, they are going to, their natural reaction for most men is going to be to pull in. So you may not get the response you want right then and there. But so you may have to allow them to go think about it. I
Men
remember
think too much.
I remember one time with Dave, there was something where, I wasn't feeling very happy, and I
Yeah.
could tell that, he wasn't happy about my unhappiness. I voiced what was going on and voiced
Right.
my opinion, and I didn't get a whole lot from him. He was kind of quiet. Well, what happened though was, and I let that happen. I allowed it to be. I didn't get upset. I didn't raise my voice. We didn't argue. We allowed it to happen. The next morning though, he woke up. And when he approached me, he put his arm around me. I got a hug, and he said, I thought about what you said. And then I got his response, and it was very heartfelt. And he said, I understand where you're coming from. I didn't realize. And that meant the world to me.
Yeah.
But it took him. He couldn't come to that right then.
Wow.
And so if I had gotten mad and we had escalated the argument, I might have never gotten that. But because I
Right.
allowed that silence to be, and I didn't attack, I very respectfully gave my viewpoint, made my point, allowed that to sit, gave him that time
Right.
without an expectation necessarily.
So you wasn't expecting a certain turnaround time for his
No,
response?
and I really wasn't even expecting him to even say anything. I just thought, well, he'll understand. And I said, I'm in charge of my own happiness, and I'll be okay. This is why I'm upset, and I'll get over it, and we'll deal with it. Here's what it is, and didn't put any of it on him. I took responsibility for my own feelings and how I felt. But that allowed him to feel safe enough to think about it, to realize maybe that without meaning to,
right,
he had done some things that weren't responding in a way that was the best for our relationship.
Right.
And he came back and acknowledged that. And so that's
Are men slow? Is that what you're trying to say?
They're not slow. They need time to process.
They
do just process things different than we do. So if you're having an issue with another woman, yes, you talk it through. We discuss it. A lot, right?
Right.
And when we finish discussing, even if we really haven't come to a solution, we feel better that we've discussed it.
Right.
They don't. They have to process it in a different way than we do.
Wow.
So, women frequently will, when they aren't feeling like they're getting what they want from their guy, the first thing they do is try to force him to do it and try to tell him how to do it and what he did wrong. That's going to get you the opposite. It really is.
So don't do that.
So don't do that. No.
Don't force it.
It's okay to maybe, when they do something, the first step, number one.
Number one. Write this down, everybody.
Find all the things that they are doing right.
Ooh.
So when he's opening the door for you, all those things he was doing to show love, if you acknowledge that and appreciate it and let him know how wonderful that is, he is then going to feel drawn to you. He's going to feel more in love. He's going to feel more accepted. He's going to feel like Superman, right? He's going to feel great.
Yes.
He's going to want to do more of that, so he feels more of that.
I see that.
Now,
so point out the good stuff,
when
number one.
he's feeling good about that, that might be a time to say, remember when you did such and such? I really liked that. That's a better way to approach it than, you need to do this more.
I gotcha.
So picking those times, those things, and realizing that maybe he won't do everything that you want.
Right.
We probably don't do everything he wants either.
Right.
But
I think women, that we break our necks trying. I think we really try to go out of our way.
Some women, and if you're a helper and a giver.
Right.
But see, that over-giving sometimes can make him feel not respected. That is actually a control.
Possible? Good googly moogly.
Good googly moogly. That was a huge one for me. That was a huge eye-opener for me.
Explain that.
That over-giving is actually controlling.
Really?
Yes. And it's actually masculine energy that, as opposed to that feminine energy.
Really?
Men don't want us to fix everything for them. They don't want us to do everything. There are certain things that they probably do enjoy that we do for them. But they really are more attracted to our feminine energy. Feminine energy is not doing. That's masculine energy. We think it's feminine because we're doing things like domestic things.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
But doing is masculine.
Wow.
Feminine energy is being. It's being accepting and loving and just being there. And that more relaxed, calm. Not meeting them.
Learn something every day.
In their masculine energy mode.
Yeah.
And
but what if they're not doing it? And, our way is showing them, okay, I would like for you to do this more, because that's what we're sort of talking about. How do we get our partner or our significant other, our love, to do what it is we want them to do? And if they're not doing it, say like taking out the trash, you sort of, hey, honey, I'm just going to step outside and take out this trash again.
No, then I think you need to have a conversation about. Then you need to have a conversation. If it's things like the running of the household or the taking care of the children, then you have a conversation.
Gotcha.
But you never say you don't take out the trash, right?
Right.
I'm feeling overwhelmed by all the things I need to do. And I really am feeling like I need some help. I need a solution to this problem. I just can't seem to get this all done.
Right.
They like to solve problems. So if you're a female with that, asking him, what are your ideas? How do you think we can manage this? I think I need some help. And then you could even say, maybe we need to kind of look at who's doing what, because I just can't get this all done. What do you think you could pick up maybe to help?
Yeah.
Or then you can be a little more assertive about that. But you still, if the idea comes from them, it's much better.
Gotcha. You said they like to be the person or be the one to fix the problem.
Yes.
But we shouldn't be the one to create the problem.
True.
Because I thought about that. Because there are some friends that I have, women who actually, this is bad to say, but I know a couple people who set men up.
Yes.
And they
I don't know that they do it on purpose necessarily. Well, maybe. Hopefully not. But
I don't think one of them does, but I think the other one does just to see, because she doesn't let herself get emotionally attached.
Okay.
But she will see how far a man will go to do for her.
Okay.
So she would set up a situation where, I can't even give you an example right now, but it's a little shady. Just to see how far a man will go to fix a problem or find a solution or, make her comfortable or make her happy, and I'm like,
and you know what? If you're not doing it from the true center of we're a team and I love you and I want us to be happy together, if that's not where you're coming from, that's going to come across and the other person eventually is going to see that. And then you're not going to get what you're looking for. The other person's going to sense that it's manipulative. And again, this doesn't happen overnight. So you may need to put in some time of doing this and refining it before you see more from your partner. And again, the caveat here is that you're a good match.
Right.
And that you see relationships in the same way.
Yeah.
And that your partner is committed to the relationship.
Yeah.
Those things, that those have to be there. But if they're a little on the fence, we can pull them in. We can reel them in. Men and women can both do this with their partner.
Yeah.
By giving them more of what they want, appreciating them more, cherishing them more, loving them more, but in the way that they need it. And we can't go into all of that today on the show.
Oh, I know.
But I have a book that talks a lot about that. I have blogs on my website. I have lots of information about it. So we can go further into that. Or you can call me. We can do a couple sessions together and work on it. But but at least it's going to give you some ideas, some ways to think about things. So think about your relationship as the priority.
Okay.
Why are you in it? And think about, instead of thinking about what you can do to make your partner feel better and more loved so that they then have that motivation.
Yeah.
Because that really is all you can change.
Wow.
You can't change them. You can influence them.
Right. Now, Lori, you mentioned you had a book.
I do have a book.
What's the name?
It is Unmasking Secrets to Unstoppable Relationships that has just been released.
Yay!
So and we go into a lot of this kind of things. A lot of explaining, a lot of ideas.
How can people get a hold of your book?
They can get a hold of that on my website. It's LoriAnnDavis.com, LORIANN Davis.com.
Okay. Wonderful. Family, you heard it. Y'all better get the book because I'm still sitting here wanting to talk, wanting to go on, but we done ran out of time.
We did. So anyway. All right. So don't go anywhere. Keep listening. We've got just a little bit more wrap up, and you are listening to Ask Lori, and I'm your host, Lori Ann Davis. You're tuned in to WDRB Media and WGIV, the Soul of Charlotte. And thank you so much, Miss Divine, for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm Peyton Manning, and I joined Nationwide because they put members first. And what's important to you is important to them.
What about my car?
Yep.
My retirement?
Our house? Definitely. Protecting what you care about. Just another way Nationwide does it right. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Paid spokesperson. Subject to underwriting guidelines and scales and availability vary.
Contact Nationwide agent Chance Perry for a free quote today. The only chance you want to take when protecting your business, life, and belongings. It's 704-554-5701. That's 704-554-5701. If you or a loved one are unable to venture easily from your home due to injury, illness, or disability, Compassion Salon Services can provide you with a rejuvenating hair salon service in the privacy and comfort of your own home. Please call 704-774-2204 for more information or visit us on the web at CompassionSalon.com. Compassion Salon Services for immobilized persons. We believe the enrichment of life lies through compassion for the soul. So call us at 704-774-2204. That's 704-774-2204 for your in-home salon services. Welcome back to WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte, and those streaming live through the free TuneIn radio app. You're listening to Ask Lori, and I'm your host, Lori Ann Davis. If you're just tuning in, you need to find the replay of this show because we had a fabulous discussion about how to get him or her, your partner, to you fill in the blank, whatever it is that you are needing more from them. We gave you some great suggestions, and Miss Divine was with us, and it was a great talk. So, if you want to find replays of the shows, if you need more information from me, I really am here for you. I want to help you to find, keep, and renew that love and passion in your life. So check out my website, LoriAnnDavis.com. That's LoriAnnDavis.com, where you can read my blogs, sign up for my newsletter, purchase my new book, find out what events I have coming up, follow me on social media. I have lots of different ways that I can help you, and I want to do so. So check out my website. Also, while you're there, look on the front page. I'm really excited to announce my new book is finally out. It's called Unmasking Secrets to Unstoppable Relationships. I'm going to show you how to create the relationship you really deserve, how to understand those differences between men and women, how to end those power struggles, and finally, how to have more love and passion in your relationship. So order your copy today at LoriAnnDavis.com. And be sure to join us next week when we will reveal more secrets to finding, keeping, and renewing love and passion in your life, not only for the weekend, but every day. Thank you, family, for tuning in, and continue to tune in every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. And if that's not enough, you can tune in on Tuesdays at 5 p.m., where Dr. Business and I will be answering your questions as well. I am Lori Ann Davis, and you're listening to Ask Lori on WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. Have a great weekend.
I'm Peyton Manning, and I joined Nationwide because they put members first. And what's important to you is important to them.
What about my car?
Yep.
My retirement?
Our house? Definitely. Protecting what you care about. Just another way Nationwide does it right. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Paid spokesperson. Subject to underwriting guidelines. Scales and availability vary.
Contact Nationwide agent Chance Perry for a free quote today. The only chance you want to take when protecting your business, life, and belongings. It's 704-554-5701. That's 704-554-5701. If you or a loved one are unable to venture easily from your home due to injury, illness, or disability, Compassion Salon Services can provide you with a rejuvenating hair salon service in the privacy and comfort of your own home. Please call 704-774-2204 for more information, or visit us on the web at CompassionSalon.com. Compassion Salon Services for immobilized persons. We believe the enrichment of life lies through compassion for the soul. So call us at 704-774-2204. That's 704-774-2204 for your in-home salon services.